A new season dawns at Bondi. For the Lifeguards, it's a chance to unite the team ahead of summer.
Teamwork's everything for us guys here at work. It's important that we get it right, otherwise, there could be some consequences.
We are a team down here, and if we don't work together as a team, things can go wrong.
And that's why we're driven to help people. The guys, there may be some tough guys in there that don't like to admit it, but every lifeguard prides themselves on helping people down here.
Yeah, this year we've got 3 new guys coming into it. And also Singlets, he's coming back after not being here for about 13 years.
This is one of the rare times in a season when the entire team comes together. Their shared goal is to make sure no lives are lost at Bondi this summer.
I love being a lifeguard down here at Bondi. It's unreal. It's most probably one of the busiest beaches in the world, and I'd have to say that would have to be one of the best lifeguard teams in the world as well.
A 3.5-metre great white was spotted 50 metres from shore.
Shark sightings on the Australian east coast are at record levels.
With more people using the water during hot weather over Christmas and school holidays means there's an increased chance of an attack.
It's not just the media who are worried. Lifeguard Trent Falson, aka Singlets, is working at Bondi for the first time in 13 years.
I've come into work, come into the tower and said hello to the team, and Kerbox was just about to run me through a familiarisation with all of the equipment.
Before Singlets has a chance to get reacquainted with the job, New South Wales Police helicopter Polair 1 appears over North Bondi.
Yeah, the guy hanging off the side, he's pointing something in the water, not Bondi.
If we notice a helicopter circling around as it was, there's only a couple of possibilities. It's either, a body in the water or someone needed to be rescued or a shark. Might be a shark.
The last shark attack at Bondi was in February 2009 when local surfer Glenn Orges lost his left hand.
Did you feel like you're going to pass out, or were you pretty calm?
Yeah, I screamed, obviously. Yeah. That was kind of the first thing that happened, and then I just, you just do your best in that situation to get in.
They're definitely targeting that area right there. Yeah, for sure.
There was a knock at the door. Whippet answered. It was a police rescue officer.
Polair just got up. There's a bull shark with a bunch of fish.
Polair have spotted a 6-foot bull shark. Bull sharks are known to attack people, and they are pretty fierce animals, hence bull shark.
While new recruit Mario closes the beach, Kerbox has the most challenging task.
We've drawn the shore straw, we've got to go chase the thing out.
So me and Box went on the first ski, Whippet and Bobby went on the second ski, and Singlets stayed in the tower, and Mario did the round to let the people know that the beach was closed temporarily because there was a shark in the bay.
The beach is closed. There is a shark. Please do not go in the water. Thank you. Hey guys, come back.
When we jump on the skis, there's no point of just zooming around in circles. We try to have a bit of a search pattern where the 2 skis, 20 metres apart from each other, go back and forth across the bay until we hopefully locate it.
Yeah, just send
Go in the water, please.
if you can hear me.
Yeah,
that's good. Move
really? Yeah. You look left, I'll look right. I reckon we could go towards that this way. It's still a salmon.
When we get out there, we saw this huge bait ball that was massive. And the idea is to try to scare that big group of fish out to sea, so obviously, hopefully, the shark will take off as well.
What we're going to try to do is get the fish to go that way. We'll come around it.
As I was in the change rooms, getting my radio and everything, I seen the boys going on the ski, so I was like, shit, I better turn on my radio and head across. And then when I walked into the tower, I was like, who's this guy in the tower? He's kind of looks like an actor, to tell you the truth.
Jesse, good to meet you. Yeah. Walk straight into it. Poor old Jesse gave me that look of what's going on here. We hadn't worked together yet, so it was quite an interesting exchange of looks.
He's like, mate, I'm Singlets. I've only been here for 2 minutes.
What's going on? I got a bull shark out there, hey? Yeah, just waiting to hear what's going on out there.
I haven't even got my gear on yet. I just ran across, seen singlets in here, and yeah, it's on.
Lifeguards have a limited window to spot the shark. Whippet takes an unusual approach.
Yeah, it's murky water too, so it's hard to see today. Visibility's not good.
Hey boys, I know you're itching to go in the water, but I'm so sorry, yeah.
Where do we want to go in?
Not sure, not yet. The beach is closed. Thank you.
In the tower, lifeguards faced an additional problem.
When the media got hold of the story, it was crazy. Like, I've never actually been in the tower when something like that's happened.
Hey, sorry, Matty. We're just a bit busy. That's the helicopter. Mate, we're a bit busy at the moment. Yes.
Yeah, this is the lifeguards. How you going?
To have, like, a radio in one hand of Lifesaver 1 and then the telephone in the other hand of people wanting to know, is there a shark in the water?
Can you call back in about an hour? We've just got something going on at the beach.
Too busy, sweetheart.
Sorry, mate, we're really busy here at the moment. We can't speak.
Yeah, it was crazy.
30 minutes have passed since Polair sighted the shark. Now, Kerbox and Maxi circle over a 50-metre wide school of salmon.
I told Maxi just to trail around the outside of the bait ball, and sure enough, I just went, no way, there it is.
There it is, right there. Right there. Right there.
I was like, far out, there's a shark in the bay and it's not that far out to see.
Big boy too. To me, it was quite big. You know, it had to be 8 feet. You know, it was as long as our ski easily, and yeah, I had a good death grip on Maxi.
This is Jesse, boys. I've got a visual on the shark, fellas. It's right underneath us right here.
The shark is over there. When I heard Box say we're right above the shark, I was just thinking, this is insane.
Okay, mate. Yeah, keep us posted.
Copy, it's a big boy too.
Wow. Straight underneath him. I was like, wow, you know, this is real.
We're just trying our best to get rid of this thing before we let anyone back in the water. It's pretty big.
Lifeguards spend the next 30 minutes pushing the shark's food source, a large school of salmon, out to sea. Then, the rescue chopper does a final pass.
Back to business, boys. Let's get the flags up and it's all good.
You can go back in the water, okay?
Was it just one shark or how many?
Just one.
Just one.
There's enough, isn't it?
After 13 years away, Singlet's first day back at Bondi has been an eye-opener.
It's been about 15 minutes since we've had sighting of a shark, so...
Right in the deep end. Welcome to Bondi. Following on from the shark alarm, I remember thinking straight after it, wow, you know, like it's just like it used to be. I've got that excitement back and I've totally made the right decision to come back to this job.
One thing Singlets hasn't forgotten is that the next emergency at Bondi can come in the blink of an eye.
So I was sitting down South Corner with Maxi on the Rhino and I glanced across down to the next rip and noticed 3 heads in the water. So I said to Maxi, we should probably go down and have a look at these 3. They didn't look like strong swimmers.
Singlets, you're going to have to go in. That one's putting his hand up.
You know, Jesse jumped on and said that there was 2 people out the back.
Yeah, sorry, Jess, the ones in front of us, mate? Yeah, copy. The one out the back put their hand up.
Yeah, copy.
Obviously, you go for the person out the back first.
Where? Further out?
Out the back, there's one out the back.
As lifeguards communicate, their message becomes confused.
As he was heading out, Jesse kept saying, out the back, out the back.
Maxi, tell Singlets to go the one out the back. Yeah, Singlets, out the back, mate, out the back.
No one's sure just how many swimmers are in trouble, or even if they have missed someone.
Are you all right?
I got out to the patient, and the patient was, you know, in a sort of, I guess, a real struggle. and I could hear the megaphone from the beach, which was Maxi, saying, "Singlets, go out the back, out the back."
Singlets, keep going out, mate. Okay, I've got to go for another one. Can you go in with this? Keep going out, mate. Can you go in with this? You all right? I'll be back. I'll be back. You're okay.
I'm thinking in the back of my head there's someone actually going under or underwater out the back of the break.
Hey, Maxi, where's he going? There's one out the back that he's trying to get, but the two on the inside. Where did they go?
I got out there and there was no one. So my first reaction was they've gone under.
Where'd you?
I don't know where Singlets is going, Maxi. I can't see anyone past out there.
Maxi, go and get that person halfway out, bruh.
Yeah, copy, mate, copy.
Where did he go? I don't know. Oh, there was someone out the back and then...
Singlets is looking like...
Did he get in?
I don't know.
I'm going down there. I'll come.
Yeah, go down there, Chapo.
Preparing for a possible drowning, Chapo and Jake race down with a defibrillator and oxyviva kit.
I think someone's just gone under, boys.
Maxi rescues one woman and learns it was just her and a friend, who has now returned to shore.
You alright? Is it just one?
I'd left the patient to go out and have a look for a patient that wasn't there.
You said there's someone out the back. Yeah, I was like, sorry to leave you. I just thought there was someone out the back. Mate.
Everyone is finally safe, but the women, backpackers from Ireland, are upset about what has happened.
As I returned to the beach, a group of her friends were on the shoreline and came over to me and gave me a bit of a spray about leaving her out there.
We had a miscommunication, we had a person further out. What else you like about this?
I think there was just a bit of a communication breakdown and, yeah, things got a bit heated.
Why would he call out someone out the back if there's no one out the back? Singlets was with the person the whole time. Yeah, no, I thought someone out the back. Yeah, so do I. The whole time, then he goes, oh, he's under, and I went,
It wasn't that I spotted someone out the back. There was two people in the rip, and I just said on the radio, go for the person out the back. And that's naturally what you do. You want to go for the person out the back.
Mate, he meant out the back, like behind the first person that was in, like the one out the back. That's what he meant, the one out the back.
when he's saying that, Singlets was at that person. We're out of here.
We're under here and we do make mistakes. Mistakes on both parts, you know, both from the tower and my judgment.
My instinct was to hang with the girl that I had, but, you know, it's kind of like the boys from the beach can see better than you can. And if there's someone worse off further out, you got to go.
She needed to be rescued 100%. But the thing is, Singlets got to her first, and it was just my miscommunication. You know, I'm just glad that everyone's safe, everyone's happy, everyone's good. It's just, you know, lucky it wasn't anything too major.
Clear communication is key to keeping Bondi safe.
Just stay in close, folks, please. Girls, come back, move over. It's not a swimming area.
For Italian-born lifeguard Mario Marfella, it's proving a challenge.
Slow it down, slow it down.
My megaphone skills are pretty much all the same, short and loud.
Yeah, to the swimmers here in front of me with the red shorts, man. Come back to the shore immediately. Now. Thank you.
Slow, Muzzer. Just slow your megaphone down a little bit. It's good, it's clear.
He's doing really good. He just needs to slow down, obviously, and you know, just keep studying the words, the key words that we use on the beach.
It's a very dangerous time here. Please come back to the shore immediately. Thank you.
Senior lifeguards, such as Kerbox, are yet to witness Mario in action down at Bondi.
I was with Box standing on the beach next to the flags. We were just watching the swimmers, and I had the feeling that something was going on my right. And I turned my head and I see these guys in trouble.
Yeah, we could obviously tell as soon as we jumped in the Reidy this was going to be a serious one. Although it was only a small day, it was quite close to shore, you know, we could see these two people were in serious trouble.
When I got the board, I had to make the quickest decision because there was two persons in the water. I seen one at the boogie board. I realized that the guy was in the most dangerous situation, so I went straight into that guy. I paddled as fast as I could. I put him on, and he started to say to me, "My wife, my wife, my wife."
She's flooding.
So I stay calm, she can float.
If the woman can't swim and loses hold of the boogie board, the situation could quickly become a tragedy.
So as soon as I brought the man to the shore, I spun around and started paddling as fast as I could for his wife.
If anyone's ever been stuck in a rip, you know, you get quite exhausted trying to fight against it. And, you know, as this guy got brought back to shore by Mario, he kind of collapses. You know, you could physically see he was drained.
When I got back to the shore, I started reassuming them and asking if they swallow any water. They answered no, which was good.
It's okay, guys. All right, buddy. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. We're here for this.
So the moment they hug each other, you know, and they say to themselves, yes, we're still alive. That was so good for me because it just made me realize that we're here for this, you know.
The man, a New Zealand tourist, and his wife, who's from Korea, are grateful to the new lifeguard, Mario from Italy.
My wife can't swim, so I was just panicking about her.
Oh, you're very, very scary. Yeah.
Oh, my body's just got no energy left in it. That was intense.
Yeah, it was pretty good. They were quite in trouble.
I was really impressed with the way Mario handled it. You know, he chose the right person to pick up first. And, you know, he was quite impressive. You know, I think he's going to fit in great here with us guys.
Thank you, boss.
You're good, brother.
Yeah.
Next time on Bondi Rescue, a mysterious illness baffles the lifeguards.
Police, could someone want to swing over with the defib?
A life and death emergency.
Mate, they're calling restarts down at the North Flag.
3, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Lifeguards can never predict their next emergency.
Please come back to the shore, guys.
Though Matt D believes he's the man for just about any job.
I always used to think I was a bit of a good luck charm and like whatever happened, I mean, I would never be around. Like I'd be on my lunch break if some big drama happened. But these days, I pretty much carry the service these days. I'm like a beacon of hope. If there's trouble there, it's what I do, man. If there's trouble out there, I'll be there. So yeah, it's just the big stuff when the lifeguards are really needed. That's when I roll up. Do you know all the swimmers right here? This is a non-swimming area. There's very strong currents, a lot of dangers in this area. The beach is set up terrible today. The south is really dangerous and the north is really dangerous. You're just flying all over the place.
Lifeguards focus most of their attention on people close to shore before they get too far out. But Chapo has noticed a swimmer who is completely out of bounds.
Mate, I've got a swimmer out the back. He's getting hit by waves in the head, which is like a heavy sign. I don't know how he got out there.
Matty, can you see that swimmer right out in front of you? Trying to go further south and see how close you can get. Mate, you're going to have to go for a paddle right out. There's a swimmer right next to the rock. Where are we? Where?
Right out, I'll show you where. He's right next to the rocks. He's going to get hit by this one. And look out the back, and there's a swimmer out there.
Copy that. Is he panicking or what?
Yeah, go, mate, go.
Matt faces a 200-metre paddle just to reach the man, who is edging closer to the rocks.
Wow.
Reidy heads down to back up.
Hey! Come here. Come over here. You're in a bad place. Go. Head up that end. The rip was flying. It was flying out behind the icebergs. It's one of the worst places you want to be. You don't want to be back there. Lie down.
Matt must get himself and the man out of the rip and clear of the rocks.
Just quietly. I don't think Matty D's done many rescues like this before.
Matty's going to want some town time after this.
There's a lot of paddling. He's still got halfway to go.
Gonna be a tough one.
The swimmer's name is Hardy Gruger. He's a doctor from Germany, visiting Sydney on business.
Yeah, the German, he was in La La Land. He's like, I am the strong swimmer. All right, mate. He was in a lot of trouble. We had about an hour and a half while we were paddling him back into Bondi to chat. Not that I'm really into German dudes, but we had a long time to get to know each other. What were you doing?
Yes, I want to go swimming.
There's a guy over there, my friend.
Yes.
Thought it'd be a good time to give him a little lesson on beach safety. You go to the swimming area. It's in the flags.
Flags? What do you mean with flags?
We definitely weren't speaking the same language.
He's just got all his rescues in one right now. Getting him through this shore is going to be very interesting.
Oh, he's gone! Oh!
Back on shore, it's Dr. Matt who prescribes Dr. Gruger with some bitter medicine.
Never, ever.
Yes, I learned my lesson.
Yeah.
If I got no help, I go in the direction of the rocks. This would be very hard. And I never feel such a stream before, water stream. Maybe it's really a dangerous beach.
I reckon that accounts for about 15 rescues. What do you reckon? I guess now, yeah, my good luck's run out, and now it's just action stations. Lucky I'm tip-top shape, you know?
On scorching summer days, crowds at Bondi are counted by the tens of thousands. Today, traffic is jammed, so a team of paramedics have stationed themselves at the ready.
Please come back to the shore now.
Lifeguards are conducting ordinary patrols when a frantic call comes in from volunteer lifesavers.
Yeah, it's lifeguard.
This is lifeguard tower, go ahead.
Mate, they're calling resus.
Down at the north flag. Beardy's coming down with the defib.
Watch out.
Whippet and Jake race from the south corner.
Copy that, mate. We're heading north. Just keep an eye on that south corner.
Copy, mate. I'll call an ambulance.
Kerbox and Jesse must cut through the middle of the beach.
Yeah. Wait. We're not respiration, right? Yeah. All right, mate. You got a pump? Yeah. Go pump.
Box, you have a set, and then let me in when you need a breather.
Do we have any airways? Oral airways?
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 to get hit. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Lifeguards insert a plastic hose known as a Goodell to clear the woman's airway for oxygen.
Just have a feel for it.
I've got a pulse. You've got a pulse? I've got a pulse.
Yeah.
I've got a pulse. Hang on. Still got a strong pulse. Yeah, me too. Here we go. I'm just going to slowly respirate her. That's all right. She's breathing.
Still breathing.
She's breathing now. We've got the defib on.
1 minute.
Okay. Do we have a history of what happened here? Anyone?
So I ran here. I saw her.
On the sand or out of the water?
She was in the water.
In the water.
She was in the water.
Okay. You know what? Do we know how it happened or?
No.
All right.
With no friends or family to verify what happened, lifeguards must take precautions in case the woman has damaged her spine.
Yeah. Can you watch your hand there, please? Okay, I'm going to take I'm taking off. Got it? Show her the neck. That's it.
Deano tries to locate paramedics whose vehicles are parked next to the tower.
Yeah, our ambo guys are there. There's a truck here, but we can't see the paramedics.
Norm should be on the beach somewhere. I can see his ambo car. Got him here, Deano.
Good work, Maddie.
Come on, move!
Paramedic Norm Spaulding helps train the lifeguards and is regarded as one of the best in the business.
Okay, boys. Let the dog see the rabbit. What have we got? Is she conscious or unconscious?
Unconscious at the minute.
Is she breathing out on her own?
Yeah, she's breathing out on her own.
Good boys, well done. Good work, good work.
If the woman has suffered a spinal injury, it's vital she is kept immobilised.
Can you open your eyes for me?
But then, she vomits.
Over on her side. Head 3, 2, 1.
Can you get me a glove, someone?
Yeah, we're...
Airways always takes priority for us because she'd swallowed so much water, we knew it was going to come back out.
Well, you certainly stimulated the airway. That's great. While she's over on the side, bring your board over and lay it along her back.
As lifeguards stabilise the woman on the spinal board, she regains consciousness.
On your call, Whippet. Ready?
On the
you happy
airway.
to roll?
3, 2, 1. Let's roll. Nice and stable. Just relax. Just relax for us. Just relax.
When you've got a lady like that, unconscious and not responding, one of us who's not sort of hands-on is looking for family, looking for friends.
Everything sort of changed when we found out she was actually down here with her son.
A member of the public identifies a boy looking for his mother.
The kid over there, in the green shorts, he's got Down syndrome. He doesn't know that it's his mom there.
Bondi Central. I've got the ladies and the son's clothing.
He actually had Down syndrome and he had no idea what was going on or where his mum was.
And I've got a number. I'm just going to call.
Will she answer? Maybe? No? We'll try anyway. Yeah, we'll try. 0414.
The boy's mother is in a critical condition.
His collar's come.
Jake decides not to tell him what has happened.
It's really hard because if he sees his mother laying on the ground with a defib strapped to her, it's not something that anyone would want to see.
Yeah, you're right. No answer. You're going to go with the ambulance and you're going to go with your mum to the hospital, okay? And they'll take after you. So we'll pack up all your stuff.
He was 23 years old and he was down here with his mother. They were Thai Australian. They lived in Western Sydney and I think they caught the train down.
The ambulance is coming and you'll go for a ride in the ambulance, okay? With your mum.
Let's get some hands on. Okay. Whoever's on the head, stay on the head. Yeah, you do nothing else. You're doing the head. Yeah. On the count of 3, 3, lift. Up.
You just stay nice and still for us. Okay, guys, I've got the head. I'm going to take control of it.
Moving a patient off the beach, again, spinal care comes into it because you've got a bumpy surface to get across.
Slow as. Let's go.
I'll need you
Ready?
to help.
Go, Jess.
You need as many hands as you can on deck and we're driving super slow. Worst case, they can go back unconscious, stop breathing, lose their pulse, and we've got to start all over again.
Move! We're going to go alongside and we're going to carry her up the ramp. Roger. Yeah.
All right, Jess.
It was quite intense because she was just screaming.
So I'm going to take over the head, we're going to roll off the board, okay? Yeah. 2, 3, roll.
Look at the board.
2, 3, back.
Keep breathing. That's it.
A few local people that sort of jerried onto what was going on and they offered us a bit of help.
Oh, kisses.
She had a couple of little dogs and we were using them as a just sort of a distraction. Oh, Kirsty, he's very soft, isn't he? Because he was still asking about his mum. Okay, we're going to go for a ride in the ambulance now. Right? Never been in an ambulance? No. Oh, Mum's just a little bit sick, so they're going to go check her out at the hospital. Okay.
To see him concerned for his mum and not knowing what was going on, that's heartbreaking when you see that. You know, you never forget about your resusces. And I don't know, I've got kids and I've seen kids down here lose their parents and it's devastating. And when you see someone with their kid, it brings it home. You know, a lot of the boys have got kids and it always sort of rams at home just how valuable life is.
We later found out that she actually had an aneurysm, and we also realised that it wasn't a spinal injury. You know, obviously our thoughts and prayers go out for her and her family and hope she makes a full recovery.
Before the ambulance has left the beach, another call comes in to Lifeguards.
We're standing at one ambulance and I hear a call go through the radio.
I just got a call from Bill from Lush. He said he's got a lady over there that's semi-conscious, kind of in a crouched position over the road. I don't know if you've got someone spare to go and check her out.
Copy, mate. I will try and send one of the boys up there ASAP.
Lifeguards head to a cafe behind the tower where a woman is found semi-conscious.
I'll take your oxygen off for a minute and we can just give you a sip of water, okay? Water? Nice, cold. There you go.
Matt is on his own and the situation is becoming far more serious.
Hey, boys, do someone want to swing over with
The defib?
Yeah, copy. Coming now.
I've just given her water, and as soon as she took water on, she went.
Lifeguards find some medical tags and learn the woman is from Norway and her name is Christina.
Hello, are you there? Christina, you alright?
Now put your back on the oxygen, Christina.
Driving to Central, me and Whippet just walking back behind to Lush. Yeah, boys, right inside entry of Lush.
Really fluctuating pulse.
Watch out, guys. You know what? I just don't want him to be choking. Can you take a big breath for us here? Yeah, we've got his gear here. Norm's coming down now.
More serious medical expertise is needed. Fortunately, paramedic Norm is still at the beach, following the resuscitation just minutes earlier.
Now, if anybody else collapses on this beach, don't call me because I'll be the next victim.
She had a monitor attached to her hip and we found dog tags, but none of us knew what it was.
The woman's condition is identified on her medical tags.
Dyspraxia, you won on me.
We asked Norm what dyspraxia was and he had no idea. So we were all stumped at that stage.
What we do with things like this, we treat what we see. So we've got airway, we've got breathing, we've got circulation. There's no hurry for anything else, and all the other stuff we can find out relevancies later.
It's like it was all kind of bizarre. It's like this lady had some serious medical conditions. Oh, you're right. Here she is, Christina. You look a lot more alert. How you feeling?
You're doing good there.
You're in good hands, Christina. Everything's going to be fine, right?
More paramedics arrive. The objective is to get Christina to hospital immediately.
Very weird situation, very tough one to diagnose for anyone. I'd probably have to do about 15 years of study if I want to start fixing dyspraxia or whatever it is.
1, 2, 3. Up, don't tread in the vomit.
I already have 8 times.
In just 30 minutes, lifeguards have faced 2 emergencies back to back.
Big day. These guys, they just perform every time, so with my input. No, they do a great job, so it's good work.
You know, like having Norm there is amazing for us because we do a lot of training with the paramedics and everything comes into play. Every little incident we do with him, we learn from it, and we're treating every patient with, you know, pretty much critical life-saving techniques that we've learned.
Bondi at its beautiful best. But days earlier, lifeguards were put to the test, treating a woman with a mysterious illness.
Dyspraxia, you won on me. Dyspraxia?
Dyspraxia, we don't know.
There's that, and then this is attached to the hip.
Dyspraxia is a rare neurological condition where messages are disrupted between the brain and the body.
We were sort of really in the dark with everything that was happening until we found out a couple of days later what had caused it.
You're in good hands, Christina. Everything's going to be fine, all right? The craziest thing about the whole situation is that she had actually been bitten by a spider, and it took 2 days for her body to react.
Christina has made a full recovery and today has come to thank the lifeguards.
Are you okay? Yes. Yeah. The outcome was that I had an allergic reaction. I have had that before from a spider in Denmark.
Yep.
Sometimes, for me, it's also something, if I feel pain, I don't do the same as others, so I can go days before I actually recognize if something has happened.
And the boys said you did quite a good spew.
Let me say, I normally don't puke in public, and puking are normally not allowed. I lock the door, do it by myself.
Adding to this already curious situation, Deano and Christina actually know each other.
She's a friend of mine on social media. That morning I took Christina for a stand-up paddle lesson, and she was just so rapt. She was over the moon. To come to Bondi was sort of one of her dreams.
You never think someone looking so good in the morning and then all of a sudden she's unconscious at lush, vomit everywhere, just looking terrible.
Well, absolute legend. Living with that must be so tough. I've so much respect for her. Just getting by day to day must be intense.
A serious rescue, a resuscitation,
13, 14, 15.
and a mystery illness.
It's always like everything happens at once down here. And I think that's when you see the best in everyone.
Next time, Bondi Rescue. New trainee Jethro tackles his biggest rescue.
His little chicken arms can't tug the big bloke in.
Later, Jethro is the one who needs rescuing.
The door and the roof just shut on me and I can't get out. Trainees, they always come up with something new, don't they?
The challenge to get a dislocated shoulder back in place.
This hand's going to come off my left shoulder.
Oh!
And the person in the water at the bottom of the cliffs.
Whenever someone's still hanging on by a thread, we want to get there as quick as we can.
Lifeguards deal with most emergencies in the surf.
There's no swimming down this end of the beach today.
But beyond the beach lies another serious danger.
The cliffs around this area are really high. They're sandstone cliffs and they range from 10 metres to up to 40 metres.
You can get some spectacular views from them, but the problem is there's potential for people to slipping off. They get very mossy and slippery, so it can potentially be dangerous.
Bondi to Bronny come in. Just looking out towards the point. There's a police boat and a helicopter together.
Do you want to ring the coppers? Do you want to ring Bondi?
Constable Thomas, my name's Corey. How are you? We've got your guys' police chopper and a police boat hanging off the south point of Bondi here.
Yeah, Hammer. We've just got off the phone to the police and somebody's gone for a walk around the cliff and they got stuck.
We saw the chopper came past at Hammer. We thought there's another shark, so we're like, oh no, not again. Everyone started leaving the water, so we had to come back up and just make sure. Just turns out to be 2 blokes down there. They've been on the ledge for about an hour. There's a big crowd here watching, so the police here and police rescue trying to get them out, so it's a long way down.
We're going to be lowering some ropes down. Don't grab them, okay? Just leave them alone. We're going to haul you straight up the cliff from where you are.
Fortunately, the boys aren't injured, though with a big crowd watching on, their egos may be in for a hit.
They're going to get a bit of a shock when they come back up and see this huge crowd there. There were 2 16-year-old boys from Western Sydney who decided to come out to Bondi for the day and go exploring.
So there's like a ledge like that, and then we jumped from one to the other, and then we walked around and realised that there was no way after that. We couldn't get back. We tried like sort of climbing back onto it, and then it wasn't possible.
It is holidays, and teenage boys do want to go and, I guess, explore. I was a teenager a few months ago, so I'm guilty of it myself. If they're near the water, you know, we could zoom in there in the jet ski and get them out that way, but since they're up more, we'll leave that to the police and police rescue, and they've done the job, and we can go back to the beach now and get back to looking after the flags.
It's easy to have fun at Bondi. But powerful waves, rocks and crowded surf also make it an easy place to get hurt.
Dislocated shoulder, maybe?
On average, lifeguards deal with 2 to 3 dislocations per week.
Dislocated knees, elbows, shoulders, you name it.
Bondi Central South Rhino. We're going to bring up a dislocated shoulder, boys.
Yeah, copy, yay. Mate, I'm off here with Jeffy. I'll get everything ready. I'll get Jeff to get on the airboat.
Boys radioed in and said they had a patient, Ollie, who's from the UK, with a dislocated shoulder.
Ollie was surfing when he dislocated his shoulder. Maxi prepares methoxyflurane, an analgesic gas.
You ever had one of these before? No, what is this? It's a pain relief? Yeah. So it's helps settles the pain.
Went over that wave and it just popped down. I knew it as I was coming down. I was like, oh, this. And then got up. I was trying to pop it in myself for quite some time, but just wasn't going in. It really hurts. Like the intensity of the pain just builds up and up.
You know, we gave him a few green whistles and he was a bit off his head for a little while.
You all right? This is good. This stuff is sick. This is ridiculous. Tell the ambulance people to take their time. Just tell them to take their time. This is fine for now.
Ordinarily, dislocated shoulders are treated in hospital.
Hang in there. More painful right by a second.
Today, though, Jill, an extended care paramedic, has come to put Ollie's shoulder back in place at the tower.
There's a couple of techniques that we use, and a lot of time, the pain is so great. Your muscles get so tense, and that's what you're fighting against, and you need him to relax and work with you and trust you.
Ollie is administered with morphine in preparation for the procedure.
I've got a rush to the head now, so it's going to be like a double rush to the head after this.
Having the dislocation specialist come to our doorstep it's a pretty unique thing. I've only seen it a few times, and just watching him do it, it's pretty cool. You get another sort of aspect of how highly trained these people are and how good they are at their job.
And this hand's going to come up on my left shoulder.
Oh, that is slightly painful. Oh, naughty. Oh. Leslie, do you have a spare cigarette?
Yeah, the funny thing is that there was no one in the room called Leslie, and he doesn't even smoke cigarettes, so he was out there.
She's got it.
I've seen the ambos take about 5 or 6 times to get it in, but look, they have to be very patient to do that job.
Let me take the weight of your left arm first, so try and put it in your mouth.
Even though Ollie has been given morphine and methoxyflurane, the pain will be unbearable if something goes wrong.
Pull your shoulders back as much as you can. There you go. Excellent. That is how I want it. Excellent.
Being a lifeguard, I want to learn as much as I can, so I kind of try and stick around and watch them.
We have a couple of techniques that we use, and we can use them in combination with each other. And the last one I used is external rotation.
Soon, Ollie's painkillers will wear off.
I'm going to stop him a little bit.
Jill makes her final attempt.
You could see in his face that it went back in and that he was out of pain.
Well done, mate. Well done.
It wasn't a real kind of thing. It just went in real subtly. It just sort of slipped back in.
That looks a better looking shoulder.
As the painkillers wear off, Ollie learns about some of his strange mutterings whilst under the influence of the green whistle.
He was a bit shocked when we asked him, who was Leslie and why did he want a cigarette?
Wait, what? I said this? Leslie, do you have a spare cigarette? I was meant to meet someone today called Leslie, but I don't even smoke. So half of it was right, but the rest was just crazy shit.
God love the green whistle and God love the morphine.
Alright, see you later.
He's back in one piece, but it'll be a few weeks out of the surf for Ollie. 19-year-old local boy Jethro James and 21-year-old South African Anthony Glick are the new trainees at Bondi.
The new blokes on the block.
I'm keeping a close eye on both of them because come next season, there could be a lifeguard job come up, so one of those two may be in good contention to get one.
Yeah, if there's one spot, yeah, it's a cruel world and we got to push the weak one out of here. So game on, Jeff.
Yeah, it is good, but there's a little bit of competition as well. I mean, it pushes us both, the competition. It's only going to make us both better. I've lived in Clovelly my whole life, just around the corner from Tamarama and Bronte. Everything I do revolves around the ocean. I surf, I bodyboard. I just love the ocean, so there couldn't really be a better job to go along with that lifestyle.
I love Jethro, he's good. He's a breath of fresh air, he really is. And he's keen to learn, he listens, and he looks like Nicola.
I do look like Nicola, and I've been copping that a lot. It's good fun.
I love his long blonde locks.
Thank you, it is beautiful hair. I've got a couple of names, so I'll reel them off. I've got Nicola, Twig, Hanson, Hair Farmer. Oh yeah, I'm getting ribbing, but I think the boys are just jealous. Some of those guys have nothing on their heads.
Like every trainee, Jethro's ultimate goal is to qualify as a fully fledged lifeguard.
Jethro needs to prove to me during this summer whether he's ready for a lifeguard position.
The youngest team member, Jethro must prove he has what it takes.
It is a dream come true. There's nothing else I'd rather do, so I'm going to fight with everything I got to keep the job. Yes, sir. I have a friend out there. He may be tired. Where is he? He is straight ahead, way out there.
What's he doing out there?
We went too far.
Bondi Central. See that guy on the bodyboard?
It's
about
like
50 metres out. He needs help.
Yeah, I've got him. That looks like 200 to me. Jethro will go for a paddle.
Copy, mate.
Every time I go for a rescue, I get nervous because I know the boys are going to be looking at me and going, how's he going to do?
You happy with that?
Yeah. There's no way I've rescued anyone that far out.
It's a mystery why Gino from Texas is over 200 metres from shore.
I don't know how we've got out so far because there's no rips pulling him out.
But Azza thinks he knows the answer.
What's he got, a GoPro on his board?
Yes.
I'm not sure yet. It's kind of scary. So what, he's gone videoing himself, ended up out the back, most probably unaware, filming himself.
We've been out here for a while. I'm kind of stuck. And as you can see, I'm pretty far out. Probably the farthest I've ever been in the ocean.
Do you think he's panicking right now, or?
A little bit.
Yeah.
As well as being 200 metres from shore, Gino poses another problem for trainee Jethro.
I got out there and the guy was at least double my weight. He's a big Texas guy. He's about probably 6'3", maybe.
Oh, yeah.
He's 70, maybe.
The little lifeguard we've sent out there, he's a trainee. He's probably about 70 pounds.
What's your name, man? Thank you, bro.
I struggled getting him on the board. I think we might have rolled it twice. So that was some negative points there.
Not only does Jethro have his work cut out, but every senior lifeguard on the beach is watching.
This is going to take a while.
After 2 failed attempts to get 120-kilo Texan Gino on the rescue board, Jethro shifts to plan B.
The best way to get him in was just him holding onto the rope and paddling him in. The toe technique, it's a bit slow, especially with a guy of that size.
It's a massive weight difference between Jethro and the big Texas dude. His little chicken arms can't tug the big bloke in.
It's a hard rescue when you got to paddle them in that far against the wind.
Thank you, man. I was right here next to all these people, and then I wasn't next to all these people. There were some moments where I was cursing myself.
We're definitely at least a quarter of the way to New Zealand there. I've never seen anyone that far out.
I'm tired. Just want to lay down and get a beer.
It's not about
how you get him in, it's if you get him in, and he did that, he succeeded, and so, yeah, good on him.
I had to paddle like really hard the whole time just to tow his weight behind me. So it was a big workout.
Jethro's recent rescue puts him in good stead with senior lifeguards. But a trainee's fortunes can quickly change.
It was late afternoon, it was a pretty busy day. I locked up the tower. I went, you know what, I'll go in there, I'll clean it up. Get some good points to my name. So I went in there to clean it up. When I went in there, I was only propping the door open with my foot. My foot slipped off. And just all came crashing down, and that was the end of it. Yeah, North Tower to Chapo, pack up.
Yeah, Chapo.
Probably not going to believe this one, but I was semi-stuck in the tower, eh? The door and the roof just shut on me and I can't get out. So yeah, when I radioed in, there was about 10 seconds of silence going, what? Like no one could really understand, and then it was just pure laughter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty heavy. I'm stuck. The door's not opening, eh?
You think you've seen everything? Trainees, they always come up with something new, don't they?
Yeah, unfortunately, Hoppo was on. Hoppo was in the tower, so he watched the whole event unfold.
Not only is Jethro stuck, but none of his brothers in blue are rushing to the rescue.
They were just waiting. No one was helping me.
Well, I think we're just going to leave him there till tomorrow morning when we open it up.
Oh, rescue! I got stuck.
What are you doing there, bro?
I got stuck.
You serious? You couldn't get out?
Reidy didn't even know I was in there. Reidy just came by and found me in there. So thank God Reidy was around.
He's finally managed to fly the coop, but now Jethro has to face his boss, Hoppo.
Have you got an explanation on how it actually
happened? I was using my back foot to hold it open, and I leaned in a little bit too far, my foot slipped, and it all just shut.
It's been a long afternoon, but that's just made my day.
Sun, sand, surf. Bondi's lifeguards work at one of the best offices on the planet. However, it's not always a dream job.
Our bread and butter as lifeguards is doing the rescues down here on the beach, but unfortunately there's a dark side, and that's body retrievals.
Incidents including fishermen swept off rocks, general misadventure and suicide account for as many as a dozen body retrievals every season.
The bodies can be bashed up, then also the families come down and you become part of the grieving process, which can be quite horrific for the guys.
Bondi Lifeguards, Aaron speaking.
It was a gloomy day with maybe 5-foot swell, just southerly winds, no one really around. We're about to pack up. I think it was about 6:30, and as I received a call.
Yep, in the water.
Jet ski.
I think the initial call was that there was a body possibly on the rocks, possibly in the water. We didn't really know at that stage.
Police have informed lifeguards that the person has fallen from a cliff, but is still showing signs of life floating in the water.
Whenever someone's, still hanging on by a thread, we want to try and get there as quick as we can. In these moments, it's a quick but a very important decision as to who goes.
Luke and Corey decide to leave 19-year-old Jethro behind.
Jethro is still a trainee, so, it's probably best not to send him into a scenario like that at the moment.
Yeah, so I'm just thinking about if I was on the back of that ski going over there now, how I would deal with that situation.
They've got a visual on them. The chopper's on the way.
All good. I mean, the job has its pros and cons, and that's part of the job, but it's not good. It's definitely the dark side of the job.
Police have called lifeguards to attend a person in the water at the bottom of cliffs. Corey and Luke head north, and leave trainee Jethro back at Bondi.
Somewhere inside me, I wanted to go just to be like hands-on, part of the team, but I haven't seen a dead body, which I'm happy about. So definitely having Corey and Luke, who are much more experienced than I am, going over there, it's better.
The area we were headed to is 5 kilometres to the north of Bondi. It is very spooky. It's just these cliffs that up to be 30 metres. The water's dark. You know, there's a lot of sharks around there. So yeah, all sorts of things kind of go through your head as you're going around there.
After 20 minutes battling the tough conditions, lifeguards close in on the location.
We saw the chopper fly overhead and we got, you know, a kilometre or so away and we could see somebody winching down. Oh, look, they're winching.
Central. Yeah, go ahead. Mate, can you ring 13 sir? Mate, I think they're winching down at this person already.
Mate, just get up there, make sure they don't need any assistance in the water, and if it's all good, then head back.
As we were approaching, we were probably about 200 metres away, and the chopper had flown past us, located the person, and mate, they winched down and straight back up again, probably within about 30 seconds flat.
Yeah, mate, chopper seems to maybe be leaving. Can you just ring 13 surf and confirm with us, please? Yeah, copy. Stand by, mate.
Oh, they're going to land. They're landing, are they? Yep. Yeah, Central to jet ski boys, they have
picked the patient up and they're going up to the park, so head back. Yeah, mate.
They took the patient from the water and landed up around Vaucluse on a park up there where they were met with other paramedics. They started resuscitating, found out it's a young girl, a girl, so that's basically how it unfolded.
Paramedics resuscitated the woman and she was taken to hospital. But sadly, she passed away 24 hours later.
Yeah, we probably did make the right decision in leaving Jethro behind, but I think maybe when the time's right, he'll be like, no, I'm going.
Being in a rescue service, you're going to get caught out and you're going to have to do it at some stage.
The boys and the police rescue did their best. That's all they can do, really, but it's definitely sad.
Yeah, it's a sad story. Sad ending.
Next time on Bondi Rescue. There's something nasty in the water. Though one kid takes great pains to prove his toughness.
That's the worst I've seen.
Monster swells pound Bondi. It's joy for some. Life and death for others.
He's just got absolutely smashed.
And lifeguards compete for the biggest wave of the season.
That was the biggest one of the day.
Bondi. It's a beachgoer's paradise. But there's one type of visitor that can quickly spoil everyone's day. Blue bottles are a venomous jellyfish which can turn Bondi into a minefield. Also known as the Portuguese man of war, blue bottles sting more than 10,000 Australians every year.
We got blue bottles coming in. Everyone handled in different way, and they're very painful for everyone, so put a sign up, and fingers crossed nothing bad happens.
9-year-old Ku Yong has been brought to the tower by Luke. There's no tried and true treatment other than waiting for the venom to simply wear off.
10 minutes, 5 minutes, 5-10 more minutes, it'll go away.
Thank you very much.
Some stings are worse than others, just as some beachgoers have different pain thresholds.
Being stung by a blue bottle hurts like hell.
It's like a throbbing, stinging.
I don't know what their purpose is in the marine life. You know, I think everyone hates them.
Lifeguards apply antiseptic and send victims on their way.
Go home, have a hot shower, keep moving. End of the day, I know it's painful, but it's not that bad, okay?
But one boy arrives who has been in contact with something much more painful than a blue bottle.
Hey, buddy.
Stood on a sea urchin.
Oh, yeah. All right, you're a special one. Come through. This seat's for you.
A sea urchin is a little sea creature with all these little spikes that come off it, and they kind of hide in the rock crevices. Yeah, very nasty.
I couldn't believe how many sea urchins were in his foot. That's the worst I've seen.
Went to jump off the jump rock, and I came back, and then a wave came and swooped me over and tried to stand up, and I fell through a hole.
And now all you got to do is be strong for the next 40.
Terrible. Worse than a blue bottle.
Sea urchin spikes carry toxin and are extremely brittle. Like needles of fine porcelain, they easily break, usually once they've penetrated the skin.
What's your name, buddy?
Cameron.
Cameron, I'm Harrison. I'm your surgeon for today.
Jesse and Harrison start the delicate operation, removing the spines one at a time.
Oh, that one. These are real tricky because they're so small, and poor Cameron here, once he steps in them, they just snap off. It's just, yeah, tweezers your only hope. Otherwise, you might have to go to the medical centre and just try and get them out.
The little warrior took it on, mate. He was like a little soldier. He didn't complain once about pain, and mate, at one stage I was digging into his foot.
Oh, look at that one.
That one, mate, that was the biggest one in there. You all right?
I feel so sorry doing that to Cameron because he was in a lot of pain, but we just had to get them out as best, as quick as we can.
I'm pretty positive I've got all of them out.
Thank you.
Jesse and Harrison have taken 45 minutes to remove all the spines from Cameron's foot.
Good work, mate. You're an absolute legend.
It's like nothing else you've ever felt before, like miniature knives just going into your foot, and then when they're pulling them out, just like someone's just pushing them in even deeper.
Huge swells hit Bondi 3 or 4 times a summer. They're generated by storm systems and keep most people out of the water. But all it takes for an emergency situation is one swimmer to underestimate the waves and overestimate their ability.
It was a big day at the beach. Surf was 8 foot. Getting towards the end of the day, and there was nobody down North Bondi at all, so I just went and sat in the corner. Somebody came up to me and said that a lady had drifted right out, and I actually didn't even see her go out.
The north corner is really dangerous, when there's big surf. So Singlets and I were racing down the Rhino, full speed, knowing that anything can happen, and the sooner we get there, the quicker we can respond to the patient.
With this big swell, it just pushes out that north corner.
There was a lot of surfers in the water that afternoon, and I was asking where she'd gone. They pointed me in the right direction, and sure enough, she'd drifted 100 metres up the beach and was in need of help.
A surfer keeps the woman afloat with his board until Hoppo arrives.
When the surf's big, there's usually only surfers in the water. And to see a middle-aged woman is unusual in big stuff. And yeah, she was definitely out of her league, and she was basically not the type of person you'd expect to be out and surf that big. When the surf's big, it's a lot more serious. You got to be a lot more careful, because if something goes wrong, then you're in the big stuff.
I was really concerned. I knew Hoppo was going to struggle to get this girl in. It was a really difficult rescue. All right, Hoppo's just sneaking into the impact zone. Hey boys, just watch him here. It's really nasty, that impact zone.
Yeah, Deano, I've got the eyes on it, mate. It is pretty heavy in there.
The impact zone is the area where the waves break. Hoppo hopes for a lull in the swell as he paddles in.
Unfortunately, the ocean's very unpredictable and the big swells did arrive right when Chappo didn't need them to.
Here comes the set.
He's gonna get a set on his head in a minute.
We were confronted with a big wave just about to land right on us. And she just bailed out and dove under the wave.
Oh, no.
She's got absolutely smashed. Being hit by a big wave right in that impact zone sort of feels like you're in a washing machine. It throws you round and round. You can't see anything. It's dark. You don't know which way's up.
As the white wash settles, Chappo and the patient can't be seen. Harrison uses the rip running along the rocks to get out as fast as possible.
I'm on the binoculars waiting to see two heads. I want to see two people hop up. I want to make sure they're all right.
Finally, Chappo and the woman are spotted.
And there I am with this lady. I've got a couple more sets to deal with and I've got no board, so it wasn't the ideal situation to be in.
A panicked patient could potentially drown a lifeguard in that situation in the impact zone as they're trying to get some air to breathe, a survival reflex. So we want to get some help, and Chappo would want to keep the patient calm. Two important things.
I was having a few words to her, just telling her to stay calm, you're fine, you're keeping your head above water, you're going to be okay.
Harrison reaches Chappo and the woman and quickly gets her onto the board.
I was very fortunate to catch a runner back to the beach, and once she's on that wave, she kind of realised she's out of that tricky situation. We kind of knew we were out of that tricky situation as well, so she had a smile on her face, she's, cheered a bit, and once she got on that sand, I think she was very happy.
I don't do many rescues like that where we're just swimming in and it's just about keeping the patient calm.
I know better. Normally I don't go when it's like that. But today I just need to swim and I went. I should have been. I'm going to go in the pool now.
Lifeguards must be confident in big seas.
Boys,
Thanks, you good?
how are you? Good to see you again. Deano.
To improve their skills, today big wave legend and former lifeguard Jamie Mitchell has come to lead an underwater training exercise. Jamie knows how it feels to be held under by a massive wave. Staying calm and saving his oxygen, he's able to tackle some of the biggest waves on the planet.
Yeah, Jamie Mitchell came down. He's a big wave surfer, pretty well known, so he came down here to teach us some breath holding techniques and run the boys through a training session.
Yeah, the big thing, everyone thinks it's more physical than mental, but I think it's more mental. Being underwater is, a pretty scary place, and being able to, have your mind, be at ease and be mentally, relaxed is probably the biggest key that, hopefully that's what we'll learn out there today.
We all just went out to the boat ramp to Ben Buckler and got briefed on what we had to do.
We've grabbed two big rocks, so we're going to do some underwater rock running, and really it's just to get the guys to feel what it's like to be sort of under duress, underwater.
The aim of the exercise is to dive down in pairs, retrieve a rock, and travel underwater further than your opponent.
Deano absolutely killed it out there. He just never stopped. We actually lost sight of him.
Deano probably went about 55 metres underwater. No one had any idea where he was. He just disappeared.
Now we've got the two trainees to get drunk.
The most anticipated matchup is between Bondi's two trainees.
Me and Jethro, the young boys, the new boys on the block, were paired up together.
I guess I did fancy my chances a little bit. Glick was confident too. I could see it in his eyes.
Boys, you ready? Let's go. All the boys are watching. 3, 2, 1, go.
The two rookies are competing for a full-time lifeguard position at the end of their traineeship.
I picked it up and I took the lead, so I couldn't see Glick anywhere. I was like, just thinking, yeah, I'm winning.
It was really tough down there. I let all my air out at one point and I was ready to come back up. And then I looked at Jethro and I'm like, nah, not happening.
Yeah, boy! Yeah, boy!
I could hear everyone on the surface going, just yelling like faintly. And I thought that cheering meant the glick come up and I was winning. And then I kept going for a little bit and then I thought, why push it, I've won. Ran straight past me and I lost. Disappointed.
Oh, steroids always win!
Glick just took all the glory. Oh, heavy.
Everyone had a pretty good crack. The two young guys had a good dig, and Glick came up trumps. Jeffro's asked for a drug test. His performance enhances, but...
I'm letting you won't fun, Annie.
Yeah, Glick, mate. Calling you out for a rematch. 1v1. Let's go.
Deano just called from Bronny. It looks like he might have something in the nets around there. So I'm taking the young expendable one, the young Glicky.
First and last time, mate.
South African-born Anthony Glick has been working hard to make an impression as a trainee lifeguard. But today, his fear of sharks is being tested.
Mate, we had a lifesaver come in and report that one of the shark nets had been pulled down, and he was pretty sure that there was something in the net.
Boxy thought it was a good test for me to get out there in the middle of the ocean and check out the shark nets for the first time, which I hadn't actually done ever before.
To get to Bronte, lifeguards must travel across open water that is known for sharks.
It was pretty daunting knowing that you're going to go out there, dive down in the middle of the ocean, check the shark nets. I realised that I was going to have to, at some point, jump off the jet ski and get in the middle of the ocean right next to where apparently there was a shark lurking. So I was getting pretty nervous at this point.
You got your goggles?
Yeah, buddy.
You ready to launch?
Yeah, man. Not really. I'm scared.
Kerbox scans the area before sending Glick in.
Righto. In.
Head first?
Head first, brother. Only one way to do it. He dived in and he still had his feet attached to the back of the sled. Get down there. He was trying to tell me that it was because he had the life jacket on, but I don't know about that one. I drifted away from him and he's come up and I wasn't anywhere near him. He started yelling out to me, "Get back here!" And I think that's when I realised he was actually terrified.
Yeah, he found it pretty funny.
Don't scare me like that again!
I thought it was pretty funny because Boxy's laugh is pretty catchy, I'm not gonna lie. So he kind of made me a little bit more comfortable in that situation.
Believe me, I know. Go on.
The question still remains, is there a shark caught in the net?
I shit you not, it's either really heavy or there's something on you.
I could feel something dragging up and down, pretty heavy, and so I immediately assumed there could be something flapping its tail in the shark nets.
It's just an anchor. It's only an anchor?
Yeah, there's no
Let's go over it.
Checking the nets was pretty damn awesome. Yeah, I jumped a bit out of my comfort zone, but I think I did a good job considering I've never been exposed to that before. The trip back made it worth it tenfold because we got to see a bunch of dolphins pop up right beside us on our way back to Bondi. It was awesome. They were right next to us and it was a nice treat.
Love you, mate. I wouldn't leave you out there. Let's go and have a bit of fun.
An intense weather pattern up north is sending 10 to 15 foot swell towards Bondi's northern headland, Benbuckler. Most people stay clear, but lifeguards see a rare opportunity to practice their skills.
A few of the young guys were off on the day. I sent a group message around to try and rally up a few troops to get out there and get amongst it.
All the young blokes are jumping out of their skin. We're going to get them out there, and a lot of them haven't been out when it's been big out here before, especially out the point.
Oh, good. I'm excited. Yeah, very excited.
I just want to get a bomb, show the boys I've got a bit to go.
I just really want to see someone get smoked.
The big waves gets the blood pumping, a bit of adrenaline. This is what I really love. This is the best part of the job.
Riding big waves is the best adrenaline rush in the world.
The session starts with a massive wipeout. And trainee Glick riding the biggest wave he's ever caught.
Who was that before that went over the shore? Yes, that was still on it. That was killing me not being out there because the boys were getting bombs. The boys were charging out there. The usuals were always going, you know, Maxi, Kerbox. Whippet was out there on his surfboard. Deano was charging. And, you know, it was good to see the young guys out there, Glick and Jeffro, they were getting a few too.
It felt a little bit bumpy, but then seeing footage after, you realise how much you're flying through the air.
Yeah, we're out there to have fun, but we definitely had a lot to prove out there. Man, Glick. Jethro, you can see the mop.
Glick beat fellow trainee Jethro in the underwater challenge, but today it's all Jethro.
Jethro's showing him how it's done.
Jethro's going to get this one all the way through.
Jethro's man of the match.
The swell continues to build and more lifeguards head out, hoping to catch the wave of the day.
We knew there was that elusive bomb set somewhere.
Everyone's goal was the same, and it was just to get that wave of the day, the bomb.
This big Bertha come through, wrapped around that point like no tomorrow.
Who is that?
So this guy just popped out of the middle of nowhere and just caught the wave of the day, and we were like, what? Like, what's going on? Like, who is this?
Did a bit of a head count out there. I knew it wasn't Jeff, I knew it wasn't Glick. Definitely wasn't Kerbox. Wasn't me.
It turns out the mystery man is the producer of Bondi Rescue, Ben Davies.
Benny Davies.
Benny Davies.
Look at that one, you just come out of nowhere and won it.
Next time on Bondi Rescue, Santa's limelight is stolen by a couple of furry friends.
4 days old.
Merry Christmas!
Lifeguards and lifesavers race each other for the rescue.
It kind of wasn't just about getting there before him. It was a serious incident. I had to get there as quick as I could.
And Matt D sets a Christmas challenge too good to refuse.
You got to eat all of those, okay?
Bondi's Skate Bowl attracts some of the world's best skaters. But not every visitor is a pro.
We just got a kid, looks like he's dislocated his elbow in the bowl. Chapo and I head up to the skate park. When we get there, we notice this poor little kid right in the bottom of the bowl, and you could quite clearly see that his elbow was dislocated. Our first concern is to get him some pain relief.
Hey, little man, this is not going to taste very nice, but I need you to breathe it in. Okay, just breathe on it, just like a whistle.
Yeah. The green whistle delivers methoxyflurane, an analgesic gas.
It does tend to calm things down. His mum was there, had Matty D there as well. And it makes it a lot easier for us to move him in as little pain as we can.
He's getting the green whistle as we speak. But yeah, it's a bad one.
Okay, copy that. So do you require for an ambo?
Absolutely.
Copy that, thank you.
How you feeling, buddy? You feeling a bit better?
That's great. We're just going to get you out of the bowl.
What I'll do, can we get in, Mum? You've got to figure out the easiest way of moving them and restricting their pain. And we're just lucky enough this time was only a little kid, and it was quite easy, this one, to get him out.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
It's just 2 days before Christmas, and Billy risks spending it in hospital.
There you go, mate.
This is his first accident, like first proper accident, so he might be having a bit of time off. I'm not sure. He's meant to be going up to Byron on Boxing Day for a week, and then we're going down the south coast straight after that, me and him and the others. It's just bad timing. He lost a tooth today too. He's all right.
We gave him the green whistle, and this dude was just cruising like nothing had ever happened.
Do you remember what you did, Billy, how you fell? Do you? What happened? Were you dropping in here, at this end? Where were you dropping in?
Kick turning and I fell off.
You kick-turned where? At this, whereabouts? Down there?
Deep end.
At the deep end.
The new story is you busted an air, you did a 720 in the air, and then you nearly landed it, but you landed in the flats. That's the story, all right?
And all the girls were watching.
Yeah.
They're still watching.
There's girls everywhere, but just relax.
You know, we were just hoping for his sake that young Billy didn't have to spend Christmas in hospital.
Billy underwent emergency surgery. He had pins inserted into his elbow to keep the bone in place. After 30 hours in the hospital, he made it home on Christmas Eve. Bondi is in festive spirit. Even lifeguards are getting in on the act with a local tradition.
Every year around Christmas, we get one of the guys to dress up in the Santa outfit and bring them down, get all the kids revved up and make it a really good Christmas down Bondi.
After 18 years service at Bondi, H-Man has never had the honour. But since he's retiring at the end of this season, he's finally getting a shot.
Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho! Oh, the helpers have just arrived.
He doesn't look any different.
And you know what? I don't need a pillow for the guts.
There's been some good Santas in the past, H. You got a lot to live up to here.
Yeah, mate. You know, I think I can take it on, mate. 18 years experience, I think I'm ready for it.
I decided to spring a surprise on H, and so we had 2 reindeers out the back. I think it was a 2-year-old, and then there was a little baby one.
It's a little 4 days old.
Oh my gosh!
Everyone to swarm Maxi and the baby reindeer and forget about Santa.
Ho, ho, ho!
Big photo.
Merry Christmas, everybody!
So what's he do? He just throws all his lollies up in the air and just causes mayhem.
H-Man is usually known for his no-nonsense attitude. Today, it seems, he's showing a different side.
My name's Santa. You can call me Mr. Claus. Merry Christmas! Could have been corny, you know, Fat Santa and the 2 handsome lifeguards walking along.
You know, he'll be missed, and, you know, it's great to do this for one of the great all-time lifeguards.
Yeah, that was really great. Happy New Year, everybody! Ho, ho, ho! Away we go!
Come Christmas Day, Bondi's visitors get their Yuletide wish, a sunny day.
It's going to be an absolute cracker of a day.
If it stays sunny, you probably get up to 25, 30,000 plus.
Living the dream. Look at this, sunshine, people everywhere, and we wait for rock and roll eventually.
It's our first Christmas in Australia, and what better way to spend it than on Bondi Beach?
Since it's a public holiday, the volunteer lifesavers are also on duty.
As lifeguards, we have the responsibility of the beach, and lifesavers, they're a great assistance, but at the end of the day, the butt stops with us.
The boys in blue, they're the benchmark. They're some of the finest lifeguards on the planet working on this beach, so it's a great opportunity for the guys in red and yellow to get to that benchmark.
Do you guys want to go have a talk to him about just where to go swimming?
Because the lifeguards are paid professionals, some of them have strong opinions about who should lead the charge during rescues.
Some of the guys are happy to let the lifesavers do the rescue. It's something that they need to get the experience of doing rescues as well. I mean, on the other hand, some of the guys think it's their responsibility and they should go out and do pretty much all the rescues.
There's a healthy rivalry between the two. There's always a bit of, you know, trying to get to rescues first and bragging, right? So that's always gone on, but it's very healthy.
As the Christmas crowd builds, Troy and Yatesy take up position a few hundred metres from the south corner.
It's that way. That way. Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas.
From the central to south, Rhino. Just a couple just ahead in the south corner. Copy, mate.
There's a rescue down the south end and me and Yatesy started responding to it.
As we got there, one of the clubbies was running in as well. And I said to Troy, get out there first, mate.
It kind of wasn't just about getting there before him. It was a serious incident. I had to get there as quick as I could.
The lifesaver is Bondi Surf Club veteran Nick Nesville.
I got there, and just as I got there, wow, boom. There's some other guy sitting on a blue board, and it was Troy.
I was trying to catch up to him. I kind of got close, but he just got me at the end.
I think I just got him. So maybe that gives me Christmas Day bragging rights this year.
Thanks should also go to the member of the public who came to the man's aid.
Everybody should leave their egos, you know, whether it's in the change room or in the surf club, and just go out and get the job done on the day. So it doesn't really matter who does the job.
You know, we could have fun with Troy about getting there second and all that kind of stuff, but in the long run, the guy didn't drown.
The fella was pretty wiped out, though. He'd taken a bit of water on. I mean, he was seconds from going under, like disappearing.
I think he's going to have a good day after this. Go home and tell all his friends. Yeah, that's my Christmas present to him. Yeah.
Christmas afternoon and the festivities on Bondi continue.
I'm so glad that we're actually doing the traditional Bondi Beach Christmas Day. Yeah.
Lifeguards can't be with their family and friends, but one beachgoer makes sure they don't miss out on a present.
Thank you so much. That's very nice of you. Merry Christmas.
Did Santa come? Yeah. You're a good girl this year then, eh?
Thank you.
You get some nice presents? Yeah?
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alcohol is banned on and around Bondi Beach, though groups of backpackers gathered on the hill are flouting the no drinking law. Plus, several bars are within stumbling distance of the water. Lifeguards are becoming concerned.
People are starting to... Only takes them one or two, and they fire up and think they're in thoughts.
Guys, if you can't swim, it's not a good place to try and learn, OK?
It does get frustrating. I've lost my cool, you know, a few times on the megaphone.
Please move north or go down to the flags. Simple.
Some people don't listen, know better. You just got to go get them.
I'm not doing this to hear my own voice. Please move over.
The gathering on the hill is becoming rowdier. Plus, they're running out of Christmas carols. An unlikely new group joins the mayhem.
I saw the Hare Krishnas first. I was enjoying that. And then it just turned into football hooliganism.
I'm pretty sure some of the lifeguards who were down the water's edge doing their job would have preferred to be up there and jumping up and down with the Hare Krishnas.
Mark my words, in 10 minutes' time, you're going to be rescuing Hare Krishnas out in that water.
Everyone's out of bed now. The hangovers are sort of done, and mixed alcohol and outgoing tide, and about 5 rips here. A recipe for disaster. We looked out to sea and there was a guy in pretty bad trouble.
The man with tattoos is a member of the public who has come to the rescue.
The waves were just going over the back of his head. He was standing, but I could see in his face, you know, you just tell when someone's sort of freaking out.
It's amazing that people can drown in, you know, water you can pretty much nearly stand up in down here. Put your head forward a little bit more. Let your head in between your legs. That's it, just like that. And keep the breathing up, really slow and deep.
When Troy went up to him first, he probably felt okay.
Try it up. Okay. Not dizzy? Too much alcohol. Oh, there we go. There's...
And then 5 minutes later, he was worse, and this got worse and worse. This is what happens.
The patient said that he breathed in a lot of water while he was out the back. And the concern for us is that he might have secondary drowning. That's when someone swallows a lot of seawater and it actually sits in their lungs. And a few days later, you could die from water on your lungs. You know, that's why we take it really seriously.
He was losing his colour and, you know, he was fading fast, and just gave him some oxygen. I thought it might have made him feel better. And oxygen's like medicine. After 5 minutes, his colour came back. It was awesome.
I'm just, the people are very strong, and I was very tired, you know, and I lost my control. You know, where I come, we don't have the sea. It's the sea.
Christmas may be a celebration for beachgoers, but for lifeguards, heat stroke, first aid, and more rescues mean they can't relax. However, Troy insists it can still be fun.
For the last few years, I've tried this rescue technique. As a wave comes towards you, you kind of try to get the board a bit sideways, so then it spins you back around and you catch it straight back to shore. I've actually named it the ultimate spin.
Ultimate garbage. But you've got to give him points for making stuff up.
No, mate, it's just the ultimate skills.
Merry Christmas! Yeah. Merry Christmas! Yeah.
Joyeux Noël!
Just next time, the red and yellow flags. Okay. Down the other end.
At the middle of the beach, trainee lifeguard Glick has found a lost child. 4-year-old Abhishek.
Hello. Yeah, he got brought up to us by a member of the public, and he last saw his parents in between the flags.
It's the season for giving, but Matt D risks overdoing the Christmas spirit.
There you go, buddy. Gonna just take it out? Yeah, boom. Another chocolate? Yeah? Another one. All right. I just assured him that it's all gonna be okay and that the parents will be here soon. So don't you worry about anything. You cool? Give me 5? Yeah, buddy. That's not one. Abhishek, he was cool. So we gave him the chocolate challenge. You gotta eat all of those, okay? You can finish them? Yeah, okay. And by the time you finish them, your parents will be back here and everything's cool.
As lifeguards look for Abhishek's parents, Yatesy and Troy do their final rescues for the day. The pair started at 6 a.m, so now they finish with an early mark.
I felt very proud, to be honest, to be part of that crew that was working Christmas Day.
Yeah, it was a good feeling when we look back at the beach and just, you know that no one drowned and we did a good job.
We were very well organised and we had great communication and it was really well done.
Oh my God, this is so exciting. Thank you so much. Have a great Christmas.
Yeah, buddy.
4-year-old Abhishek has had a long wait.
Everything's okay. You're all right.
Now, family are on their way with a volunteer lifesaver.
There we go. Yeah, poor little guy, but he's had a lot to eat now. He's had a lot of chocolate and water, and he's been doing okay.
The strangers here?
Yeah, strangers, yeah. So please look after him more.
I was holding one of my younger son, and he just pushed my hand and he just ran off. Yeah, I was very worried. Thank you very much.
A sunny day was the Christmas wish for beachgoers. Now it's time for the lifeguards' wish to come true.
This storm's just perfect timing. We've had a little bit of fun with everybody and it just starts to get a bit long in the tooth about this time of the day. Whoa! I hate lightning. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.
It's just our little Christmas present from whoever's up top. All the people left the beach and la-di-da, we get to chill out a bit. It's great. Yeah, we just said if the lightning hits the water and you're in the water, you're all gonna die. The daredevils or the really drunk ones stayed in.
And they asked me, what's gonna happen? I say, look my head.
As Christmas comes to a close, Italian lifeguard Mario takes the opportunity to phone home.
Ciao, Ma.
Buongiorno! Oh, mamma! Papà!
Buon Natale, sì. Buon Natale.
Buon Natale.
Buon Natale. Mamma, ci sono altri colleghi. C'è Ciappo
Assolutamente.
e Getro.
Merry Christmas to you.
Sì, mangia. Mamma, lui è Matteo.
Sì, molto gusto.
I start to speak with my parents in Italian, but suddenly, like, Matty must had some sangria just before, because he started to speak Spanish, which surprised me.
Lo siento, ¿cómo se llama?
Roberto.
It's just like, why are you talking Spanish? And I was just like, why are you talking Italian? Lo siento, pero mi español es mejor. Mi italiano es muy mal. But yeah, they got a bit more out of my Spanish than they would have got out of my English, so who cares? Sí.
Tu amigo Mario toma mucho.
Mi amigo Mario es muy loco, pero es muy buena persona.
I could not finish my Christmas day working in Bondi in a better way. So I was very happy that the boys let me do that, and it was very nice from them.
Merry Christmas!
Ciao, Mamma!
Ciao, Mamma! Ciao, Papa! Feliz Navidad!
Buon Natale!
I like your parents.
Oh, thank you.
I like your mom.
Next time on Bondi Rescue. A tricky little surgery in the tower. Maxi and Glick up close and personal with a shark.
Boys, 100% shark straight out here.
And every lifeguard's fear. A swimmer pulled from the water, not breathing.
I've got to let go of it. Stay tight, patient. Stay with us.
Bondi's world-famous stretch of sand is a magnet for beachgoers. Lifeguards patrol the beach, switching their time between the shoreline and the tower. Lately, though, Jesse has been spending more time in the tower than he'd normally like.
I'm in the tower this summer because I had an accident at the start of the season. I got washed on the rocks south of the icebergs and fractured my pelvis, hip and coccyx. I find it pretty funny that I hurt myself on a 1-foot wave because, I chase waves all around the world that are in the 15 to 20-foot range. Unfortunately, the 1-foot wave was the one that got me.
Since being injured, Jesse has been confined to light duties in the tower.
I think everyone has their different bits of being a lifeguard, and yeah, mine's definitely being on the beach, not in the tower.
I've broken my thumb.
I don't really want to touch it because I don't want to make it any worse.
Okay.
I've got to just numb it up a bit so the pain, or I can give you pain relief.
Can you have both?
Martine, a Bondi local, was surfing when things went a little pear-shaped.
She showed me her thumb and it was like, it looked
disgusting, and I was like, oh, I've never seen anything like that. Yeah, just wait for the paramedics to come, though, because if it is a dislocated one, they'll just put it straight back in for you, but...
I reckon it's dislocation. I put it back in.
We're not allowed to.
Whippet calls for specialty assistance, an extended care paramedic.
I just got a lady been surfing. She's looks like she's either dislocated or broken her thumb.
Before the paramedic arrives, Martine attempts some surgery herself.
Oh, don't do that. That was probably the worst thing you could have done. Don't do that. Just leave it like that there and just keep sucking on that whistle.
The green whistle contains methoxyflurane, which relieves pain and can also deliver a feeling of euphoria.
What's your thumb? We're worried about your thumb. What are you doing? What's your thumb? She sat next to me and kind of put her leg up on my leg and made herself comfortable, which I didn't mind. Jessie, how do you know my name?
You told me.
Everyone knows
You told me.
I didn't tell you my name.
No, yes, you told me.
Yeah, the green whistle had a pretty funny effect on her. I went from about a 2 before she had the whistle to about a 10 by the end of it.
I've got another child to pick up.
The extended care paramedic arrives to relocate Martine's thumb.
Keep sucking on the whistle. Keep on the whistle.
Nothing happened.
Unfortunately, it didn't go back in, so she had to go to hospital. The car ride would have been funny for the Ambo driver, I tell you that.
You know what?
She was a character.
Martine was taken to Prince of Wales Hospital. After undergoing surgery to reset her thumb, she was discharged 5 hours later. In Australia last year, 266 people died from drowning. Bondi's lifeguards pride themselves on making sure no lives are lost on their watch. But drownings do occur.
It's a male, about 20 years old. They got him on the bag now. I'll get back to you in more info.
This is when training and years of experience count. The critical moments when lifeguards bring people back from the brink of death.
Stay, just relax, mate, just relax.
We're looking after you, okay?
We got notified up in the tower by a member of the public that there might have been someone in trouble in the flags.
A Bondi Rescue crew member confirms the sighting. Beardy and Mouse race from the tower, carrying the medikit and defibrillator.
Can I get an ambulance here ASAP? Where they've just dragged someone out of the water. We need the ambulance, we need all the boys on scene to get this one, because this is a drowning.
Water froths from his lungs and obstructs his airway.
I'm just going to give him a bit of a pump here. We need to establish an airway, and we do have a Goodell airway. Yeah, let's roll in. Our Goodell holds the patient's tongue down so they don't choke on their tongue, and it opens a clear airway for us to continue EAR on. He started draining, and I knew we had an airway. Get that defib on him.
Lifeguards attach the defibrillator. If the man's heart stops beating, he will be given an electric shock to restart his heart. If a shock is administered, anyone touching the patient will be electrocuted as well.
Stop CPR. Stop now. Do not touch the patient. Analyzing.
I have to
Do not touch the patient. No shock advised.
Okay, we're gonna roll it back again.
Okay. Just to help drain water from the man's lungs, lifeguards place him in the recovery position.
Mate, if you can hear us, squeeze your right hand, buddy. Can you hear us? Buddy, squeeze that right hand.
45 seconds.
Just keep draining that water out of him. Can you feel the pulse? You keep going, I'm just concentrating. Faintly. Okay, he's got a pulse. I want that on.
The man was found floating between the flags, the safest part of the beach.
Just try and not far out.
Yeah, just by himself though, yeah?
Yeah.
Beardy notices a telling injury.
He was blood on his head. Guys, I'm a bit worried. I want to put this neck collar on him.
Yeah, definitely. Let's try and straighten up his spine.
Lifeguards suspect he's possibly suffered a spinal injury. New recruit Mario is sent to the tower to recover the spinal cord. It's the first resuscitation he's been involved in.
The adrenaline, I drive as fast as I could. I start moving people in front of me.
What do you need, brother?
Yeah, possible.
Does anyone over there know this gentleman?
Analyzing. No shock advised. It is safe.
Lifeguards must keep the man alive until paramedics take over.
Bondi Central to the boys.
I just rung back to the Ambo. The Ambo is still at Ramwick.
Okay, copy that. He's breathing, but he's unconscious at the moment. So, yeah, we give you a post day.
For 1 minute.
Hole 67,
Yeah.
71, 83, it's rising, which is good. Yeah.
Do you think maybe it's worth rolling him, put the neck collar on, coming back over?
On 3, Mouse, you can drop that for a second. 1, 2, 3, roll.
Good work, good work, good work.
We took him out of the recovery position because there were signs of life. He was responsive to us. He was squeezing our hands, and we were happy with the clear airway that we had with the Goodell.
Mate,
Can you open your eyes for us? You can open your eyes. Okay, that's good. I know it's hard, mate. You need to try and just take a big, deep breath. Calm down for us.
If the man has a spinal injury, moving him is risky, but lifeguards must prioritise his airway.
You need to spit out,
Vomit,
mate.
mate, need to vomit,
That's it. That's it. Spit it out, mate. Spit it out.
Analyzing.
Guys, can you move out of the way so the ambulance can get down here, please? Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Out of the way.
It was a big relief to have the paramedics turn up and take over.
All right, have we got any straps for this board? Yep.
Yeah, they're on that.
We'll clip them in right now.
You can do that, that would be great. Let's just continue.
What happened to the man is a mystery. The first person to spot him in the water was a nearby swimmer.
There was a gentleman that was sort of over my shoulder explaining to me what happened. He noticed him. He was the first one to notice him face down.
We was playing with my son on the waves, and we saw him facing down, and we saw that he was holding the breath. And we looking for a little while, and he didn't move. And after that, making like convulsions, and I just touched him, and he didn't respond, and I just turned around. He tried to breathe, but I think he got a lot of water on the lungs, and that's why he couldn't breathe. And after we put it on the side, he started breathing, but with difficulty.
That guy's a real hero for noticing it, for one, and getting his head out of the water and getting help to get him back to shore, and he did a really good job. Okay, everybody on 3, 1, 2, 3, lift.
Yep.
So, mate, you've got to really try and
keep your head straight.
Well, heaps of things can cause him to be unconscious in the water. It could be a medical illness. It could have been ran into someone, knocked unconscious. He left the beach alert, conscious, probably with a bit of water in him, but I think that he was a very lucky man that situation went the way it did.
From what we know, there was no friends or family around, so at the moment he's just a mystery man.
The fact that no one knows who he is, and up to this point we really don't know what happened, is it's a bit of a sad story. It just would be nice to, just work something out, because at the moment I feel a bit like lost with it all,
The guy seems to be moving around a lot better in the back of the ambo now, so potentially we could rule out spinal. I don't know. I'm interested to see what happens. I just hope he's all right.
After extensive medical treatment, the man's condition stabilised. The mystery surrounding his identity is also solved. And James was reunited with concerned relatives and loved ones.
Over the summer, there's been an increase in a lot of marine life. We've got turtles, we've got whales, we've got penguins, we've got seals, we've got fish. And one thing that does eat these things is a shark.
This isn't the lifeguard's first close call with sharks this season.
Wow, straight underneath him.
Add record incidents up and down the coast, and everyone is on high alert.
Look at the size of them.
Maxi and and trainee Anthony Glick are following a school of salmon 250 metres offshore.
There's been a few shark sightings in the area recently, so they're just launched a jet ski as a precautionary measure, just to have a quick patrol, see if they can see anything fishy, and report back soon.
It actually looks very sharky out there right now. Overcast day, murky water.
Shitload of fish, mate.
I remember saying, mate, let's wrap it up. We've been out for about an hour. As I look out to sea, I saw a couple of birds lift, and I just saw this fin just cruising through the water.
Oh my God! Oh, Maxi, no!
Yeah, he's a little scared. You know, Click was telling me to slow down, stop doing quick movements.
100% shark!
Maxi must confirm if the fin is a shark or just a dolphin. Then another call comes in at the tower.
Bondi Lifeguards, Jesse speaking. Okay.
There's a shark.
Everything's happening. Wait, I'll send someone up there right now. Oh, wait.
We've got someone having a fit at North Bondi RSL.
Deano and Jake respond to the reported incident at North Bondi, while Jesse waits for Maxi's response.
That's 100%. 100% a shark. Maxi said he definitely seen it, and look, there's nothing else we can do but hit the button. Here we go, shark alarm.
It's an overcast weekday, but lifeguards are stretched both in and out of the water.
Here we go, shark alarm. Everything's happening. There was just a quiet day and now there's a shark. Someone's having a fit up North Bondi. All hands on deck.
Deano and Jake race to locate the injured woman.
Shark alarm's blaring and we got the rhino parked in the way so we didn't get run over, and we're sort of assessing the patient.
And you can feel my hands, everything like that? Yes. Okay, pull back on my hands with your toes. Pull back.
Take your head down.
Pull back. That's it. Any pain when you do that? What about when you push down like that? Any pain?
She had quite a serious wound on the back of her head, and then we started to be concerned about concussion.
This is Leela, she's 21, she's just had a stack on a skateboard. We've done a primary assessment. There's obviously a fair egg on her head and some blood coming out near my hand. These guys have been looking after her.
Yeah.
She did fit before we originally come down for a fit. No previous illness. She lose consciousness. She lost consciousness because she's got a couple seconds. There's a solid egg under my right hand.
So you can really see the blood. What day is it today?
Today is... I'm not sure.
There's a shark! Go in! Gonna have to close the beach, confirm shark sighting from the boys out there on the jet ski.
The alarm went off and we had to just get the first wave in. Pretty scary.
Look at that spear fisherman out there. He's shark bait. Yeah, Maxi, it's most probably in line with second ramp, about 200 out.
There's a shark, buddy. Yeah, I would get in if I were you, buddy.
You know, as soon as the beach was clear, we went back out to where we last saw it and tried to see it, but there was no success.
She had a nasty blow on her head, but I think the hair sort of absorbed a lot of the blood and helped it clot.
At North Bondi, Brazilian skateboarder Layla may have suffered a concussion. She's prepped for hospital and further tests. On the water, lifeguards want to reopen the beach to swimmers, but can't be sure there isn't still a shark in the bay. They call for assistance.
We only usually call Lifesaver 1 if something really big happens, where, you know, we need the bird's eye view. They'll they were very, very low, and I was like, they're onto something here.
We have sighted our shark. It's probably no bigger than a metre.
I don't know if Maxi's seen a different shark, but yeah, Lifesaver One said that they seen a 1 metre shark.
You know, it's definitely the shark that we saw was bigger than 1 metre.
There's not much more we can do for you guys today. We'll be heading back to the Bondi Beach. Thanks for your call.
Copy in Lifesaver One. Bondi Lifeguards out.
Lifesaver 1 heads back to base. But Bondi's lifeguards patrol for another hour to make sure no sharks, big or small, remain in the bay.
The beach is open, guys.
Diving into the ocean is a transformational, some might even say divine experience. But is it a place where one's misdeeds can be washed away?
I was attending a patient towards North Bondi, and as I was finishing up, I looked to the very north corner.
Central, what have we got going on in the corner?
I can see 30, 40 people standing in the rip with some sort of very strange behaviour or a baptism or something going on.
Lycra, frenetic dancing, even zombies barely raise an eyebrow at Bondi. Every now and then, something completely different happens.
Oh, God. What's going on down there?
I look to the very north corner and I can see 30, 40 people standing in the rip with some sort of very strange behaviour or a baptism or something going on.
Dean, there's some religious guy up there doing some religious stuff.
That's what religious guys do. Go, don't be. Lord have mercy. Something you have started, that pain, go inside.
There was yelling and I think there was holding hands and yeah, everybody was quite involved in the group.
Torben Sondergaard has travelled all the way from Denmark to spread the word of his church.
It was people from different places who came and they repented because they believe in Jesus and they got baptized in water, as you saw. But then something extra happened. Then the Holy Spirit come over them, as we read in the Bible, and they start to speak in tongues.
I was just baptized in there with Torben, and it was just the most amazing experience because before that I felt a lot of struggle in me. Because when you go down, it's like bearing your sins, and when you're raised back up, and now you're free. I experienced freedom, and I really feel it.
I think I was offered a healing of some sort, but then I realised Jesse's in the tower, and I think he'd be the ideal man for a healing.
Jesse, a member of Marubara's notorious Bra Boys, has had his share of life's turmoils. Plus, right now, he's also dealing with some physical injuries.
One of the people down there have overheard Dean speaking about my fractured pelvis and fractured back.
He can come to us and pray for him.
We'll pray for him and definitely get healed because that's the promise of God. He said that believers will lay their hands on the sick and they shall recover. So that's the promise of God, and we see that every day. People getting healed, I'm sure that Jesse can also get healed.
Hopefully I wake up in the morning and I'm fine.
Unable to leave the tower, Jesse has to settle for a prayer from North Bondi.
If they had to cure my pelvis down there and my hip and my coccyx, they would have had to cure a few more things too. A few little demons in my head, I'll tell you that.